Panels, we believe that nuke the Manhattan Island will end the zombies outbreak because when we nuke the island, so the people who have infected with the virus and become zombie will die in the same time. That's why we should nuke it. Because if we choose not, the virus and zombies outbreak will spread out to another island. This will be more dangerous and more life-threatening in the world. Even there's a still survivor in it, still they can get infected anytime without them knowing it. This thing is too risky. Ladies and gentlemen, the definitions about Z virus itself is a virus that contains a bacteria that can attack the brain system, and also this virus can spread through bites and blood. That's why it's very dangerous. Every people who lives near the virus, it's been confirmed they are infected. The effect from this virus is someone will seizure, fever, and after that they will bite somebody in brutal, but or every possible eat it. The status quo today, Manhattan Island now, there's still survival about 250,000 people and 1.4 million have turned into zombies. In effect, many of them are hopeless because they confuse more increase the virus or zombies spread in Manhattan, fewer supplies they have. For example, food, water, guns and ammo, fuel, electricity, and many others. They didn't hope to be rescued by the government because the majority people in the island have turned into zombies, and the minority are the survivor that decreasing day by day because of many factors like infected or not eating enough some food or drinks. So, ladies and gentlemen, the problem is if we as the US government still want to nuke the island, so technically we murder the survivors. They still have right to live even we do not know they infected or not. We can still use the quarantine ways to all survivals. But if we want to nuke the island, it's not guaranteed all the zombies will die. The worst is the virus can mutate because of the radiation, and the radiation can spread to the closest area of the island. For example, Queens, Brooklyn, and Newark. This effect is bigger rather than we don't nuke the island. The purpose of nuking the Manhattan Island is to end the virus spreading and zombies outbreak by sacrificing the survivors and the island to make another area except the nearest area and another country is safe. Because if we don't nuke the island and make it longer to stay, it will be very dangerous because of the virus is spreading that very fast. In this case, we have two options. The first, we nuke the island, and the second, we quarantine the island. Both of them have differences in safety and risky. If we choose to nuke the island, then all people in it will die and no more zombies, so another area will save. But if we choose to quarantine the island, there's a chance that the survivor will save and rescue. This option is very risky. If it didn't work, so there will be more people turn into zombie and 2 times faster for the virus to spread out. Because we don't know the officers on duty they are exposed to the virus or not when they get back to the safe zone. The mechanism US government should make an antivirus or vaccine to cure the infected people or the survivors so they can evacuate it and free from the virus. Why we should prove that first nuking the island is effective way and second why it's more good than harm. I have argument in my speech that the characteristic of Z virus itself is spreading faster and harm people. So, nuking the island is the fastest way to end the zombies outbreak. It's impossible for we to create an antivirus because it needs a long times. And the longer times we take to make to make a vaccine, more victim we get. Whether one of them is agree to government and another is disagree, but by nuking and sacrifice them as fast as we can, so the victim will decrease and another area or country will be safe. Nuking the island have more positive effect because it's the fastest way to end the virus and the zombies. Like the option above, it's proof that nuke is a problem solved and low risk rather than quarantine. And the trade-off when leader opposition nuke the island, it gives more effect because of it. And the government can rebuild the island. So that's why it's more effective. So that's why it's more important to nuke the island. Thank you.